Namaste and welcome. It is Rishi here from MeditateWithRishi.com, and today we are answering two small but really important questions that often come up. One is, when is the best time to meditate? And the second is, should meditation be done on an empty stomach? Okay, so let's look at them one by one. What are the best times to meditate in the day? Very simply, the best times to meditate are the early morning between 3 to 6 a.m. and also the evening time, which is around 6 to 8 p.m. Now, the reason behind this is that these are the times of or near to sunrise and sunset. Okay, so when you have sunrise and sunset, the energy naturally of of the sun and the moon is balanced, right? Because of that, internally within your body, the solar and lunar aspect is also balanced. The energies outside affect essentially the energies inside. And when this is the case, when both these energies are balanced, the mind is much calmer naturally. So it is much easier actually to meditate in this time. It is much easier to focus because the mind is calmer, because the thoughts are much less essentially. Okay. Now, in addition to this, you'll notice that this is why most spiritual traditions actually recommend meditating, between 3 to 6 a.m. The Dalai Lama himself wakes up and practices at 3 a.m. So you'll see this across all traditions, okay? But if we use our common sense, that early in the morning, there's no one to disturb you. People are sleeping. Thought vibrations are less. So naturally, you can focus much better. And last but not least, when you get your practice done, the first thing in the morning, you start your day having done the most important thing. You finish it. There are no more excuses after that. Because when we leave these important things like meditation, like exercise, for later on in the day, it's very easy to find excuses not to do them, right? So the best times, once again, are the early morning, and if not possible, then the evening time between 6 to 8 is good as well. Having said that, if you're struggling to just practice, I would definitely say just do it anytime, but just make sure that you do it, and then you can calibrate the time later on. Okay, so that's the first question. The second one is, should meditation be done on an empty stomach? The answer is yes, because when you are full, when you've just eaten a meal, you are sluggish, you're naturally slow, you will not be able to focus in your practice. And scientifically, what's happening is that after you eat, your whole body's energies are going into digestion, and digestion is downward moving. In meditation, we need the energy to be upward moving. So it is essentially working against the process, a natural process that's already happening. So this is why meditating on an empty stomach is important. This doesn't mean that you should be starving when you're when you're sitting. It should be ideally, in the morning, let's say before you have breakfast, before you have lunch, or in the evening before you have dinner, right? And if you do need to meditate after a meal, the best practice is to wait at least a couple of hours, 2 hours, before doing the practice. So this is the best practice essentially, because meditation will slow down your metabolic rate. It will slow down your metabolism, which means that it will slow down your digestion as well. So what we don't want is digestion to slow down. We want metabolism to happen quickly, so that we are processing whatever we put in and nourishing the body really quickly and not being sluggish. Okay, so I really hope that helps. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.